We running through these albums quick. Then let's talk about
Let's
the
do it.
Talib Kweli album because this was the actual best album to come out this weekend, easily, hands down. Madlib does it again. This guy Madlib is a genius, man. He's a cheat code. Okay, so what y'all think of this album?
I got some hate for this album, man. I tried to go listen to the album and it's not even anywhere. Like I looked it up and you have to go on Anchor or one of those
Luminary,
service
Luminary.
Luminary, yeah, one of them services. I'm like, dog, what? I gotta sign up, start a free trial. Like, come on, bro. I'm not doing all of
So
that to
you
hear
didn't
this
do
album.
a free trial?
Nah, I didn't know. What if it would have only gave me two songs or something like that? Like I didn't know what the free trial was.
It's
I'm
just
like,
seven
nah.
days or whatever. You get the whole service, but you just don't have it for
And
long.
what say in the future J. Cole or Drake drop on it, then I'm gonna use my free trial. I ain't about to use it on Talib. I'm sorry.
See, okay, but see that. All right,
Mm,
okay. What about you,
mm.
B? Did you hear the album?
Yeah, I heard it.
All
Well, I
right,
think I heard it on YouTube.
you heard it on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So you didn't see it on YouTube,
I
Bryson?
think I heard it. Nah, I couldn't find it. They had
The
certain
songs lined up
songs
with the
because they
song
had
titles,
videos.
so I'm pretty sure it was the
But
right thing.
Well, yeah, he had they have the single video. I think
Hmm.
yeah,
that's out on YouTube. That's for sure. But yeah. Okay, so this is part of the discussion. So let's talk about the accessibility before we get to talk about the album. Yeah. So why, Bryson? You feel like you would not you're not willing to pay for extra subscription for someone who has their music on there.
I mean that's for your fans. True, if your fans if I were him, I would have set it up with which he might be doing this, but like fans can get it a week early. If you mess with me and you're a real fan, you'll get it on Luminary a week early. Then next week, everywhere. That's how they
Nope.
Yeah, it's
he's not
exclusive.
gonna do
Nope.
that. That's
Nope.
terrible.
Exclusive.
That's not how they did that Black Star.
Nope. Yeah.
But when the wars first started and they had like the Drake exclusive projects and stuff
Yep.
like
With
that, then they would
Apple.
exclusively.
And
But
people
some
and
artists,
Beyonce and Jay Z were
Rock
having
Marcy
exclusive
still do
stuff
that.
on. Well, no, but not
Title,
Beyonce, but yeah, he had exclusive stuff on Title.
yeah,
Rock Marcy still does that. But like, yo, you could buy it a week early before I'm not putting it on the streamers for like a week or two. So only people that got it
yeah,
is people that pay like $35, $40 for them.
Yeah, but that's just for a
and
week.
that's fine.
So that's just for a week.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
I
that's
would
but I'm
like it.
paying $30 for a week early. That's what I'm saying to you. Like the people be on there paying.
So
People be
this
on there
this
paying.
Yeah,
service
that's what
is
I would do.
$35 for the entire year. So
Yeah.
you saying you willing to pay $30 for a week early, but not just pay
No,
$35 and have
To
the
listen
service for
to
a year?
one
I didn't say I
album?
did.
It's not one
I didn't
album.
say I did.
It's this album and the Black Star album and the
Right.
What
podcast.
if I don't
You
want to
got the
hear that?
Right.
podcast with Chappelle. You got
They had
his
that podcast with
podcast
Chappelle. Yeah.
and anything else is on Uber. I don't know what else is on there, but those are the things that Talib is involved in.
Right.
Sorry, you're not big enough to make that play. Sorry.
But
Like,
Rock Marciano is big enough to spend $30 on his album for a week extra or a week early, but Talib's not big
that's
enough for $30.
I wouldn't pay for Rock's album either, but he's marketing that to his core fans the same way Nipsey
Right.
sold his $100 CD for,
Right.
like
Right.
that's just for your core people who really mess with you, and that's fine. But I like putting it on the streaming service 1 week after, so people get the chance to. What if somebody says this is your best work ever? If I'm a new fan, I'm not going to give you that shot just because I don't know who you are and I don't care about you that much. But if I can go listen to it and then go back and become a huge fan of you, that's different. I'll
Well,
go
that's the
buy
point of a single
some
too.
merch. I'll go,
That's the point of a single. I mean, it used to be the point of a single.
yeah,
You get to hear what the artists are like. You get to hear the
yeah.
free song or whatever on the radio, and then you would go buy the CD.
But
So they have a single. They got a video for that one, I think, and a single. So
And I
that's
mean,
cool.
and they performed
it don't work
the
like that
Black
no more
Star
though.
stuff. I don't and listen. This is my thing. I don't
It
think
look how
anybody
he worked
new
to it.
is about to start listening to Tyler. If you either a fan, you've been a fan. He got all of his other music. I mean, if you don't know Black Star and didn't hear that album, then I don't know what to tell you.
Nah, his
You're
best
not
album
checking
is
for Tyler.
the first Reflection Eternal.
Okay, all right. There's that too. I mean, I'm sure everybody's heard "Get By." Like Tyler's got music
Eardrum is
out.
really good. Quality is really good. He got some good
Yes, he's
albums.
got great music. He's got great music.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
this
for
was
sure.
something I heard on some other place. People was mad that people were saying that Fab is disrespected. Come on, man. You can't tell me that Quali is not way over Fab easily. So I don't really understand. People that's not bigger. I'm surprised you don't have more fans among the hardcore hip hop heads. So I know some people he pissed people off on Twitter and stuff like that, but I didn't think that was
Mhm.
the core hip hop fan base.
Yeah, but I don't think. I mean, I think he has a fan base. So my point is, there's a lot of people who complain about him being on Luminary, but I think Bryson said it. His fans, like I got the Luminary subscription. I paid for it for the
Mhm.
year, $30. I was willing to do that, and now I got the Black Star and I got this album all in my same $30. That I had. I haven't had to even re up on that yet. So
Mhm.
I was willing to, and if more music comes, then awesome. I'm fine with that. I pay much more for that for Tidal for the year or for Spotify for the year.
Mhm.
So I I am happy to support this artist I'm a fan of. I would say I am a fan of Talib and his music. I enjoy, like you said, all those different albums that we talked about. So I don't have an issue with him monetizing his money in a different way. He put the first Liberation out for
Mhm.
free, and on his first song of this album, he talks about that. People said, the now, okay, before I get into the positives of the album and defending Talib, I do want to say, even as a fan, I do feel frustrated by the Luminary app. It's annoying. It's not meant for music. It's not built the interface is not to the same quality as like titles or something like
Mm.
that. I like to he even says in one of the songs on the Loop Digger's Revenge or whatever he says this is for my people who check the album covers and look at the credits of the album and stuff like that. But I can't even see the credits of this album. There's no way to see like the credits. There's no like I can't see the lyrics. The lyrics aren't out on like line. Like I can't. You know what I mean? There's none of those things that I may do for someone I'm a fan of. Like Tyler, those other
Mhm.
things aren't available for this process. So it's
Mm.
like I get the music in a I got it in a separate app, and doesn't have the same benefits or qualities as the other apps that I like to
Yeah, you
use.
can't put in your mix and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I can't put it in a mix, so
Yeah.
it's frustrating. But I'm still willing to go through it because I'm a fan of him. But it
I'm a
does
fan, man, but this ain't the way I want to buy no album.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Let me buy it with a
Exactly.
T-shirt, dog. I give you $30 to give me a
Exactly
T-shirt.
what I was about to
I'm cool to
say.
buy your album, man. The T-shirt costs you
Yeah.
$5, $10, whatever to make. So you want to charge me $40? Cool, man. I'm down to do that. You need to give me something. I'm not spending money so I can stream it on an app that's annoying for me. I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Exactly.
I'm not doing that. You could try to sell it to me some other way.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me
So
get a
That's
hard
what I'm
CD
saying.
and you give me the code to put it on early or something. Like Rock Marcy or something.
yeah,
Like I don't
Ex-
I want something in my hand if I'm gonna pay for it.
yeah,
Yep.
and
That's
he's
my point.
yeah.
Yeah. Like if if you're big, like a huge top three artist, of course, then you can get people like Drake to sign up to Apple when this first started, or Jay-Z to sign up to Tidal. Like you can do that, but as a smaller artist, you're subjecting your limited fan base already to deal with so much just to get your CD. They can't share it with their friends or this or that. They gotta hold the CD to themselves on this one app that I'm gonna listen to. When I listen to all my other music on a different app, it's just weird to me. Why not sell it early, or like B said, give them a T-shirt? I don't know, give them something else. But I
Yeah.
don't think this is the way, personally.
Man, even a
I,
pack of stickers, man. I mean, you could send me some. Send me something, man.
yeah.
Exactly.
Send me something,
Yeah.
and I give you know what I'm
I hear
saying.
that.
You give me. I pay $20, and you send me some stickers and give me the access to the
Some
album.
bumper stickers, something. Yeah, exactly. Something to stick on your laptop.
Yeah,
People
I
do
just,
stuff like that
I
all the
can't.
Yeah.
time.
I'm not gonna
I'm
do
a
it.
big fan of merch. Yeah, merch is better. I definitely think it's a better way to monetize. But he clearly got, and they, they haven't said, but they clearly got a bag from
Yeah,
Luminary
they got a bag.
to
Of
do
course,
Of
this.
continue.
course.
So here's the thing. Okay,
I'm not
like
mad
a lot
about it.
of
Good for them.
times, artists like this
Yeah.
release their album, they get somewhere in the 20,000, first week sales, and I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
much that is,
They don't make no money
when
off
they
that.
continue. That there, but that's
Mhm.
nothing. That's not no real money off of that, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so, and let's say Luminary say, "Hey, we're gonna pay you $5 million for this exclusive deal." I mean, and he gets more from that than he does from streaming his
No,
album.
look, I support him. I get why he would do it if he's getting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how much he's getting does matter, but
Of course, but we're
if
not
he's
gonna know
getting
that.
what he
We can't know
deems
that.
to be worth the time to do that, then that's fine. I mean, again, it's just like when people sold CDs out their trunk and they were selling themselves and they were making themselves. They're selling for $10 a pop. They get to keep all the money. If that's how it's working for him, then good for him. He's just going to have a lower number of people hearing it. He's going to get lower consideration for awards and recognition
He's never gonna
that
get no
artists.
awards or recognition.
Um, okay, I mean it's easy to
I
say
don't know if
that,
that's true.
but there's no
Yeah.
chance if you're on a thing where no one hears it. So
But
you know,
again, that part is the meaningless part to me because
well, I don't mean just
when is
like I said,
Talib
not
won an
awards, but
award?
recognition. I mean, recognition. People, okay, man, look,
The
Yeah.
it's
media
easy to
ain't
say.
record.
It's easy to say who cares, but artists
Right.
care.
Oh, no,
Artists
no,
want that shit,
Mhm.
and
I
if you spend
agree.
your time on it, artists are gonna be like, "Oh, look at me, I'm so great." Especially in hip hop, where you want to be like, "I'm the best," and you made a good album, and and very few people gonna hear it if you're a hardcore fan. Um, that doesn't do anything for you. I'm assuming. I could be wrong, but most artists want recognition
Yeah,
for
I hear
their
you.
work.
So, but people had 25 years to give him recognition. I mean, and
No,
he's never really.
that's not how it worked, man. You see, Push was pushing hard to get his Grammy. He really
He
Mhm.
didn't
wanted
get
it.
it.
Well,
He
he
didn't get
didn't
it.
get it. You're right, but he's like 20 something years in. So you saying that it makes no sense for the people to want that? Nas definitely wanted
No.
his Grammy when he got his
Yes,
after
yeah.
like
Mhm.
30 years of rapping.
I mean, I don't. Again, I don't know how much. I think Grammys don't matter, but
I'm just telling you, artists want recognition. They'll take it from probably almost anyone.
okay. But
So
Talib,
anybody
Mhm.
that's out there saying, "Ooh, look how great your album is," I'm sure he would love that. I'm sure he would love to be able to say, "Look, all these people said my album's so great," even if it was just a bunch of reviews
Exactly.
in magazines and people on TV talking
Mhm.
about it and people on Twitter talking about it.
so then let's get into because I feel like what we saying what we're talking about. I feel like he talks about a lot of these things on his album. You know,
Mhm.
I feel like he says,
But
yeah, go ahead.
one more thing, just before that, I don't necessarily blame him because, of course, he's gonna take the money, the deal that they offer him. But I blame more Luminary. Like they could be the ones to put out merch and have a little Luminary logo on the CD or something like that to get their name out there, or 3 months free trial when you buy CD as well, so you can keep streaming it and stuff like that. It's just bad marketing in general to me.
Yeah,
Not saying that is necessarily his fault.
No, that's true. You could just have the T-shirt with a Luminary logo on the T-shirt with the album too, but it's all good,
yeah.
man. Yeah, we can get into the music because he
So
does talk
Yeah.
about a lot of this stuff.
yeah, so Bryce, you weren't able to find it, but B, you found it on
Hmm.
YouTube. So to me,
Hmm.
again, this also points out people who looking for the music gonna find the
They pulled
music,
my stream down. The one I used, the dude that put it up, that's gone now.
and it'll be back up again or something like that. Man, I mean, it's the internet. It's not gonna
Yep.
stay gone for long. And we all know that if we wanted to find something on the internet, we could find it. That's the way it is.
Mhm.
So my thing is, it just shows like I feel like it shows three levels of like fandom. Like right, one person's willing to pay to support the artist. One person's willing to go find the music, however they can find it, and another person is it's inconvenient. I'm not going to do it. Right, and I
Yep.
just feel like that is, he is just banking on really on the fans that are willing to support. I think the
Mhm.
other people, you can't really call yourself like a real fan of an artist if you're not willing to support them how they ask to be supported. I don't know. I mean, am I wrong in saying that?
I mean, depending on what the artist asking for. If the
I
artist
don't like
asking me to
that.
do something that I never would do just for them, I mean, what am I getting out of it? See what I'm saying? Like, so
Their music, you're
that's not.
getting the art. Hold
No,
on,
no, 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 no,
you're getting the
no. Because
music out of it.
okay, but I'm getting music in this case. And we'll talk about the album. I like the album. Um, but it's not you're not making it so where I can listen to this album over and over. Like even if I log on to the Luminary and get the app and get on there, that's not how I don't like to listen to music on just one album at a time. I always put
Mhm.
whatever songs I like in the mix. So you're telling me to do something I would never do for anyone else for you, and you're not my A1 bestie guy. Like,
Mhm.
and maybe he has those fans, but you gotta, if it was Ghostface, maybe I do. You know what I mean?
You're right now because there's songs that I love from the Black Star, but it is I can't put these in the mix. You're completely right in that.
Yeah,
It
so
is
you
a
miss out on
huge.
listening to this over and over.
Yeah, you're right. That is completely true. If I want to listen to this album, I have to go specifically to this album, and so there's no getting around that. It's a completely huge inconvenience, and I really hope that at some point they put these albums on another app or something, But so I agree with you there.
But I just want to say they do have people who like categorize their fans like that, and I don't think that's right.
Mhm.
Because a fan is a fan. You can't expect
No,
somebody to do what somebody else is willing to do. Some people got more to lose, some people got less to lose. They willing to give you $100 for the album like Nipsey did. As a fan, I can't picture myself giving somebody $100 unless they in my top three. I don't care four
yeah.
through whatever. There's no way I'm willing to spend that money for you. It's
Oh,
Yeah,
just
but what you said, I
ridiculous.
mean, the fan is not a fan. Then you do have levels to being a fan, man. You have your
yeah.
favorite team that you buy all the shit for. You got a team that you
Mm-hmm.
might like to watch sometimes, and then you
Mm-hmm.
got teams that if they're in the playoffs, maybe you turn them on. Then you just don't care at all, even if they are in
Right.
the play. There's levels to it. When you go to the
Yeah.
show,
I'm only a
there's dudes
fan
that stand in the front room and
of the
sing
New Orleans.
is front row and sing every song, and then they got dudes that
Yeah.
stand in the back and they drink and they smoke and they just stand there and they kind of do this. I mean, that's
Mhm.
that's the
Right.
difference.
Right. Yeah. And I'm only a fan. Like I'm only buying jerseys for a team I'm a fan of. I'm not
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
getting
this ain't the early 2000s where you matching
yeah.
it all up constantly with different teams.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I do think there is really only one thing. The word fan means fanatic. I mean, this is what it's short for. Like you either willing to support me or you're not. Like at the end of the day, to me, I think that is. I think we're hip hop fans, and so I'll listen to everybody. Like I'll listen to Jim Jones album. I'm not a fan of Jim Jones. Like I wouldn't say I'm like a fan. I'll listen to his album. I think he makes good music sometimes, but I'm not like I can
I
live
mean, I've
without
seen
it.
him live twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm hating on the dude. I'm a fan. So, but my fandom just I don't love you enough to go buy this separate app. Like I love you enough to buy a T-shirt. I have a T-shirt already with him on it. I
Mm-hmm.
like you enough to go see you live. I don't know how much more I gotta like you to say I'm a fan. To me, you just
No,
gotta make it so you meet me halfway, so I can buy your stuff. I can buy your merch. I can see you at a show. But I'm good on just getting this app. That's all. This is gonna be an
so
app that I'm never gonna touch, and I'm gonna spend money on.
yeah,
It's gonna hit my card again. I'm gonna forget about it. I'm gonna be
you're
mad
right.
when I see it
You're
hit my
right.
card
That's
again.
well, that's the trap of every subscription service. So what about in in the past because you said you only like to listen to music and then shuffle, but like in the past, you had to go buy an album from a record store. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and people had to choose what albums they were going to buy from the record
Mm-hmm.
store, and they had to forgo the other ones. Didn't
Mm-hmm.
get to the privilege that we have now of hearing everything that dropped in the one weekend it dropped.
I mean, that's when
So
I was young.
why is
And
this?
then life
I
got
was young
better.
when that was the case.
Yeah.
No, but I
Life
was.
got better and easier.
Yeah, life did get better. But I mean, I was young when that was the case. So
yeah,
even when I was in high school, we burned CDs. You had burned CDs.
yeah.
So I would have like, and then plus, especially their copies, you wouldn't really care about them as much. So I would have 5 to 10 in my bag at all times and just be switching them up,
And
or
you
even
would,
like 3 or 4 in my back pocket and be like,
yeah.
switch time, switch this, switch this, switch this, because I don't want to hear the same thing over and over. Like I don't want to hear every one of your album cuts every day.
Okay.
It's a time and a place for some of that stuff. So I
I
always
agree.
and then since I had an iPod, what are we talking about? 20 years.
Yeah,
I gotta have
it's
shuffles.
been a
Now I
while.
just do shuffles for everything.
Yeah,
So
it's been a while. It's been a while. Not 20 years. Wait, 2000?
yeah,
No, iPod did not come out in the year 2000, did it? Oh yeah, maybe.
No.
it's
No,
2023, my man.
I know. Well, 20. Okay, so
It did come
2000.
In
out in 2000,
2003,
100%.
yeah, I had an iPod.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that might be about right. I don't know. We could
iPhone
I was in college. I
2007.
remember.
fact check
I was in
that. No,
college.
not
I was in
iPhone.
college.
I know
iPod.
iPhone
I was in college.
2007,
I remember.
so I don't
I,
think that the iPad,
No.
maybe
iPod definitely
2005.
came out before the iPhone. So yeah,
I
I
check.
had an
know.
iPod.
All right.
I'm telling you right now.
All right.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Okay. Cool. So I believe you. I believe you. So all right, let's move on to actually rating the album.
2001. iPod is cold.
Yeah.
2001. Dang, they've been around for a minute. Shout out to iPod.
All right, so this album starts off. I think it started off super hot. I like this best year ever
Yep.
track. I like it a lot. And then air quotes is probably my favorite song on the whole thing. I just love the stuff he's talking about on it.
Okay.
I mean, he threw shade at the shade room.
Oh yeah.
He was saying Oh, and we skipped on the best year ever. He even, like I said, he addresses some of the things. He says, people said Liberation One was free for the people, and then he's like, you care about the people, but I forgot, how does he say it? Again, I can't look up the lyrics, so that's annoying. But he says basically like the artists need to eat too, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not mad at the artist trying to eat. I appreciate the artist eating. The way you're eating is not what I would say is the best way for fans. But let's continue.
All right, and then air quotes. Yeah, like I said, he was hating on the shade room, and then he had his daughter on here, and I thought her verse was dope.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I think that's a super cool moment. I don't know. Has there been? I mean, there's got to be other moments like that because I know, I mean, I know Razkaz has those Coast Contra. One of his children in Coast Contra? I don't know. Do they have a track
I didn't
together?
know that.
I mean, yeah. What other? There got to be some other father, child moments at this point in hip hop. But
Master P and Romeo.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's not the greatest.
I think Benzino tried to get his son to rap.
Again, not the greatest.
They had a few of those.
But still, a cool moment there. So, and then the Nat Turner, I like the Nat Turner track. What you thought of that one?
It was cool. I didn't know about the other dudes on there. I'm not to hate on them, but
I
I wasn't
mean,
really feeling them too much.
yeah, they're all from Africa, and the lead in the what was it called? The I don't know, interlude, whatever you want to call it, the recording that was the dude telling all the black people to go back to Africa or whatever. So I thought it was a cool concept to do.
Yeah.
What you thought about One for Biz?
Liked it.
I liked it too. And then I really liked Luke Digger's Revenge. Like I said,
Yep.
he calls out all the people that just use old hit song samples over and over again. And then he just, basically like rattles off a bunch of old classic soul artists' names throughout the track. Advice. He had his daughter on again. I like that one. And then he had the, love track for his, his girl. That's always, those are always misses to me. I don't really care about them, but.
Yeah. Skip that one.
Yeah. So that's
Wild Beauty. That's another one of those.
Yeah. And then the track with Mac Miller. What you thought of that one?
I definitely didn't expect that.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Fire. I didn't know.
I mean, he said that this was recorded a while ago, so
right.
He's been sitting around. I mean, this was probably recorded while Mac was still alive.
Yeah.
But what you thought of the song?
It was good.
Yeah. And then after these messages, he had his son on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that's cool. I really like the Richest Part 2 with Rock Marciano. I know.
Of course, it's the best song on there.
That's the best song.
That's the best song on there. Of course.
I still like air quotes more, but yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot. And then, I mean, any others stand out to you from? I mean, well, then it's just Marathon through Something Special, and the Asada's Reprise. That's left.
They're my favorite ones.
Those are your favorite ones?
No. I said saying you already hit my favorite
Okay,
ones.
hit your favorite. Yeah,
So
so yeah, I thought this album was great. Again,
yeah,
Madlib
really good.
is so. I mean, and the great thing about this production on this one is that it's not like it's just loops. It's like I don't know, like be different stuff will be happening throughout the whole track. You know, like a different sound be thrown in here and there. It won't even be like on like a regular repeating pattern. It's just like sounds. Yeah. So I thought I loved it because like the whole time listening, like I'm like hearing new things. It never gets repetitive to me. Um,
Yeah, I listened to this twice. Heard different stuff every time. I mean, that's Madlib, man. That's why I was disappointed by the Black Star because I didn't think I didn't. This production is much better than that to me.
mm. Okay, I love the Madlib production, but those were again I know the in that one he just sent them tracks, and I think maybe in this one him and Kweli probably were recording together or
I don't know
somewhere
the difference,
around.
man. I really can't
I
speak
don't
to
know.
that, but I like the. To me, it's a lot more going on,
Yeah,
showing his stuff that makes him, himself, and this is why he stands out when he's on his best. It's like the beats just doing stuff, moving, switching, all kinds of different things happen. So
yeah,
I
no.
like it. Um, yeah, man, it was. I thought it was really good. You think it's the album of the year so far?
That's what I was gonna ask you. Think this is better than the Sky Zoo?
I gotta listen to some more, man. I've been listening to that Mind of the Saint pretty much nonstop, man.
Yeah, I don't
Pretty much
know.
nonstop.
I like the stuff he's talking about on here. Again, I don't want to be,
Hmm.
but I don't want to be biased towards the message. Like as far as the music. So I would give this again, especially because I can't put it in like a mix with other stuff, but I'd give this like an 8. I don't remember what we
Yeah,
got. We gave
solid. This
Sky
is
Zoo.
solid 8 for now. It could rise or go down, but I've been playing it. I might say 8.5.
Yeah.
But it could go down because I know that sometimes that happens, especially with quality albums,
Hmm.
where I'll love them and then I'll stop wanting to hear them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just me and the way I listen to music, but that does happen to me.
Yeah. No, it happens to me too. So, all right. Well, that's it. I like I said, dope album. If you could hear it, if you could find it, give it a listen for sure.
Like I said, let us know what y'all think in the comments.
For
Like and
sure.
sub to the likes.